Okay, here's a video for a number 8 from your Integrated 3 Chapter 11 packet. It says, write the equation of the parabola passing through these 3 points. Write the equation, of the parabola passing through these 3 points. So what we're going to do, so those 3 points are points on a parabola, and what we're going to do is called curve fitting. We're going to curve fit these 3 points. So the technique that you use is you get each of the 3 ordered pairs is going to yield an equation in standard form. You're going to get that equation by plugging in x and y. So standard form of a quadratic is y, because it's to the parabola, so that's why we chose the quadratic. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So just plug in x and y. Plug in x for x and y for y. And you can see that I've done that. So you can pause this if you can't tell what I did. I'm just basically plugged in x everywhere x's are and y's everywhere the y's are. And so I got these 1, 2, 3 equations in 3 unknowns, and they don't look that familiar, but if you write them out like this, see this one's 4a, there's your 81, see this one right here, that's this one. If you write them out like this, you can kind of see, oh, it's a system of equations, and that's just like in your packet, all those problems that came before number 8. You were solving systems of equations with 3 equations and 3 unknowns. So my favorite way to solve a system of 3 equations and 3 unknowns is to do elimination. And I don't even bother moving them around or anything. I always just pick the top one and the middle one. I look at the numbers that I have and I say what's easy to eliminate. I see that the C is easy to eliminate because I could just put negative signs on all of these ones right here and add the 2 equations together. So I'm actually just going to do that right now. I'm just, in my mind, I put negative signs on all these ones and I add them up. So that's going to give me the negative 45. And then the 2, and then if I have a negative sign on here, that's 2 minus 7, that's negative 5. The C's are going to cancel because C minus C. And 81 minus 6 gives me my 75. So then I'm going to go ahead and take these 2 equations, and I see that it'd be very easy to just use elimination and get rid of the C's. So, but this time I think I'm going to imagine that I multiplied each one of these with negative 1, and I'm going to add them. So basically I'm subtracting. I'm going 100 minus 49, that's 51. 10 minus 7, that's 3, and C minus C makes nothing, and so it's eliminated. And 33 minus 6 makes the 27. So then I end up with these, it's all nice and neat and tidy if you do it that way. And then I end up with these 2 equations with 2 unknowns. So I think what I wanted to do here is I look and I say, well, which one is easiest to get rid of, A or B? And then I noticed that all these are all divisible by 5. So I actually divided everything by 5, and I got negative 9a minus b equals 15. And then these ones I noticed I could just divide them by 3. So that gives me 17a and plus b equals 9, and then now I still have 2 equations and 2 unknowns, but look at my b's. I had a negative b and a positive b. So I cancel them out, and then I add these together and I got 8. And I add these together, I got 24, and then I divide by 8 and I find out that I get A is 3. Okay, so A is 3, and then when I did this problem earlier and I plugged in A just into one of the other equations to find B, and I made a mistake. But I'm not going to make that same mistake twice. So I found A. So now I'm looking for B. So I can just use any equation. I'm thinking this equation right here would be a nice easy equation to plug A into. So I could say negative 9 times A is 3 minus b equals 15. I just used this equation right here. And then, so that gives me negative 27 minus b equals 15, add 27. So I got negative b equals 42. So b equals negative 42. I'm going to check that with the answer key and make sure that's about right. Yeah, b is negative, so that's true. B is negative 42, so I got A and I got B. And then I would like to find C. So, I don't know where's a good place to find C. I guess I could just use, I'll just use this one right here. So, I'm going to write it over here though. I'm going to say 81 equals 4 times A, but A is 3, plus 2 times B, B is negative 42, plus C, and so well, I don't know what to, oh, it would be 2 times 42 would be 82, no, 84. So I added those together, and then I'm going to do this. I'm going to get some huge number for C. Wait, let me, here. Sorry. So I was just surprised that C was such a big number, but I got C is 153. So, and I checked with the answer key, that's right. So now I have A, B, and C, and this whole thing started when they asked me for a parabola that had these 3 ordered pairs on it. So I'm going to go back to my y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, and I'm going to plug in for A, 3, right? B is negative 42, and C is 153. And that's the answer to number 8.